Hey, Ken. Thanks so much for fixing up the car for me. You really went out of your way. Look, I know you said that a couple of dollars and a case of beer will do it for you, but come on! Surely that's not enough for the amount of work you did today.
Oh, well, hey, Michelle. It's nice to hear from you. Thank you for the words of gratitude. I will say, I did break a neck while I was out there. But you know, it's fine. I had a lot of fun fixing up your car. It's a different model than what I'm used to, and it's kind of nice to spend the weekend that way. Honestly, don't worry about the payment. That was more than enough.
Are you kidding me? But by the time you were done, you were black to the tips of your toes. I really felt sorry for you. I mean, even when I gave you the cash, your smudgy black hands dirtied all of it. I don't even know if you can use that. Come on, please let me treat you to something else. How about lunch sometime or something?
You really are a good person, aren't you, Michelle? I guess I'm just a different type of guy. I really like to get down and dirty, if you know what I mean. Plus, let's not forget that you're my girlfriend's best friend, right? This is what friends are meant to do for each other. I couldn't possibly take any money from you. No, just the beer that we had today was good enough payment. It was a nice little bonding exercise, wasn't it?
It sure was. I gotta admit, I had a lot of fun. And you did teach me a lot about my car. Oh, and speaking of which, that thing drives like a dream now. It's just so smooth on the road. It's like I just bought it brand new.
Yeah, well, you can thank my pop for that one. He's the guy that taught me how to work my way around a car. Can you believe that he just learned all that stuff on his own? I mean, when I was helping you right now, I had to look up on the internet for certain specifications and whatnot. That guy would spend months just looking at a particular car, trying to figure it out. It's pretty amazing.
Wow. I guess that's why you turned out to be such a capable man yourself, Ken. Well, you listen here. If you ever need anything, just let me know. Has Cindy ever talked about how much of a good cook I am? Telling you right now, I make a mean lasagna. I'm gonna bring some over the next time we hang out.
You know what? That'd be awesome, actually. How good is lasagna? I mean, it's kind of like a bag of chips. The moment you start eating it, you can't stop. I could eat that thing all night.
Yeah, well, this one's a special recipe that my own mama taught me. So I know you'd absolutely devour it. Anyway, you know what? Now that I've got you, how are things going between you and Cindy? You guys getting along lately?
Yeah, we sure have. Things are going pretty well. I mean, lately, she seems to be in a really good mood, which is something I can't complain about. You do remember how it used to be, right? We had a lot of big road bumps in our relationship.
Oh boy, tell me about it. I mean, you and I talking right now, but you wouldn't believe the things she would tell me before I knew you.
Oh no. I wonder what she told you. I'm sure she had some really interesting stories to say.
Yeah. Look, there were more than a couple of comments about a strange smell of onion after you were finished in the toilet. And there was also the fact that you'd like to leave the toilet seat up.
Oh no. She didn't actually tell you about that, did she? I didn't hear the end of it for weeks. I'm pretty sure she was over-exaggerating. It doesn't even smell that bad.
Ken, are you kidding me right now? That's like relationship life rule number 1. Just keep that toilet seat down. Is it that hard?
I know. It's just something that I never did when I was growing up. Surely you would understand that. I think you would have some weird habits as well.
I'm sure I do, but for something as basic as that. And I'm telling you now, that's just the first of her complaints. It didn't stop from that point on. I hope you've been working on yourself ever since.
No, don't worry. There might be some times where I forget to keep the toilet seat down, but I definitely spray the thing now, which is a big difference from what I used to do.
Well, you know what's amazing is that she's still with you and happy as well. Trust me, the moment I get that type of behavior from guys, they're out of my house before they can say, "Please, one more chance." I guess I'm a lot stricter than my best friend, Cindy.
Yeah, well, I mean, Cindy's not exactly perfect. I mean, at least you're home most of the time, right, Michelle?
For the most part, yeah. I mean, my work is on the computer. I don't need to go to some office or anything like you guys. What's going on with Cindy? She's not coming home lately?
Yeah. Look, it's the weirdest thing. I told you before she was in a good mood, right?
You sure did.
Well, yeah. She's in a good mood, and I'm thankful for as much. Our relationship seems really good on the surface. It's just that there's been a lot of nights where she doesn't come home. It's really getting on my nerves. No, wait, I'm sounding really emotional about this. It's just a little bit of a concern of mine.
Oh, wow. It sounds like you've been thinking about this one for a while. Ken, I have to be honest. I mean, it is some bizarre behavior. What's the reason she's been going out? Let's not jump to any conclusions here. She might be doing something legitimate.
Yeah. Well, you know what type of life your best friend leads, right? I mean, she's an Instagram influencer, so she gets a lot of income from there. She drives up a lot of publicity for herself and sells merchandise. She does have her own job where she earns a proper salary and whatnot, but this job gets an income as well.
I see. And you're assuming that's got something to do with her staying out late at night?
Well, I'm not really so sure, to be honest. That's the reason that she gives me. But you can't be sure at the end of the day. I mean, why does she have to go out at nighttime all the time to do this blogging thing? It does seem a little bit suspicious, doesn't it?
I don't know. I mean, Cindy was always the type of girl to like the outdoors. She doesn't really like sitting inside watching TV all night, if you know what I mean. Trust me, there's been so many times where I've tried to get her to come over for a sleepover and just watch the Twilight series or something. She's totally against it. We'll be watching something for a couple of minutes, and then 5 minutes later, she'd be dragging me to the wardrobe, getting dressed to go out to the clubs. Oh, and don't get worried about this or anything. This was when we were a lot younger.
Well, it seems like you grew out of that habit, Michelle, but I can't really say the same for my girl, Cindy. I mean, who knows at the end of the day? Anyway, you know what? I'm so sorry to vent like that. Thank you for the stack of beers. Don't worry, I'm going to put these to a good cause.
Hey, well, those are my favorite beers, so you make sure you choose the proper occasion, okay? Don't drink them all at once. You've got to keep that fit body for Cindy. It's like you said, you don't really know what she's up to, so you better keep her in any way you can. How's my handsome, lovely, adorable, cutest boyfriend in the whole wide world doing? Are you having fun with your friends? I think it's so unfair that you never invite me to go out golfing with you guys. You know, I'm probably not that bad at it myself. Spare a little bit of your time for your girlfriend every now and then. There's a lot more I want to do than just sitting at home cleaning all weekend.
Hey, how are you going, Cindy? Don't forget, I'm not out here because I'm choosing to. This is kind of a business meeting with my workmates. I don't particularly like golf either, but if it means I can develop connections and meet more powerful people, then that's what I'm going to do. Especially if we're building a future together.
Oh my god, you are just like so perfect. This is exactly what I like about you. You do so much for us. You're such a good boyfriend. I can't wait till you get home. You're going to be in for a treat.
Oh, wow. I'm guessing you prepared something for me, have you?
Something like that. Have you eaten already? I know how much you like Papa John's, and I know exactly which pizza you like in particular. Let's just say I thought you would be extra hungry after golf today, and I got an extra large size for you.
Oh, no way! Cindy, did you actually do that? I'm so sorry.
What? Why are you being sorry? You're telling me that you didn't want pizza? Come on! Do you know how much I spent on this thing? It's such a pain hauling it into the house as well. Don't tell me you're in the mood for something else.
No, it's nothing like that, but I've already eaten. You do have a point. I do get pretty hungry after golf. I know people say it's a lazy sport, but we do a lot of walking around. The guys and I have decided to get a burrito afterward. There was this awesome place downtown. We should go to it at some point. It was amazing.
Oh my god. See, this is what I mean. It's just like you always have fun without me. I'm always the one left out.
Hey, I just said I'm going to take you there at some point, right? Don't get so down in the dumps about it.
Yeah, but I'm pretty sure you said that a couple of months ago, too. Let's face it, we haven't had a date in ages.
I know. With your social media activities and my work duties, it is a bit hard, isn't it?
Anyway, is that all you guys did today? I mean, you were out for the whole day. You went golfing and you ate a burrito. Come on, be honest with me. You got up to something else, didn't you? What did you and those friends of yours do?
Hey, come on. They're not my friends. Let's start calling them my workmates, okay? You know my friends. Well, I mean, that's pretty much it, really. Before we went golfing, we had a little business meeting in a cafe and talked about some of the technical sides of the company. One of the guys there spilled coffee on his shirt and we all had a laugh at him. After that, we went golfing and one of the guys got a birdie, which was pretty cool.
Oh, wow. Would that guy happen to be you?
Not me, unfortunately. Sadly, I'm still a novice at this type of thing, and it's going to take a long time for me to reach that level.
I thought you would have a little bit more spine than that. It's like you said, it's not even a real sport. You used to like football and everything. You should be a king at that type of thing.
Yeah, well, it's a different sport and it's different movements. I'm telling you, I just have a weird way of hitting that ball. It just loves to go in the direction that I don't want it to go in. Like I hit the sand more times than I care to count.
Okay, so you got a coffee at a cafe and you absolutely sucked at playing golf. What else did you do?
Well, we had a burrito and now I'm in the cab on the way home. That's pretty much it, really.
Come on, you're kidding me right now. That's a whole day that you spent there. You're really telling me that's all you did? Nothing else interesting happened?
Well, there was this one thing, actually, but I don't really know how to feel about it.
Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. This sounds so exciting. Tell me about it. What happened? Did one of your superiors offer you a raise or something? Maybe you bought me a little gift when you were out in the city?
Hey, don't get your hopes up. It's not something really exciting like that. It's actually a little bit scary. I don't know how to feel about it, honestly.
Well, come on then. Just spit it out. What happened?
Well, here's the thing. When I was eating that burrito, we were having a really good time. We had a couple of drinks and I decided I wanted to go out for a smoke. I told the other guys to just excuse me for a couple of minutes. I walked a couple of minutes away from the establishment. I found an alleyway for me to have some peace of mind to myself.
Oh, wow. This is sounding really cool. It's like it's from a movie or something. What happened next?
Well, the thing is, there was this guy in the alleyway. He was some sort of homeless. I didn't think much of him, but he kept staring at me while I was smoking. It was kind of getting on my nerves, so I decided to talk to him.
Oh my god. What are you doing? Ken, you didn't actually try and talk to him, did you? That is just like so dangerous. Imagine what could have happened. He could have had a knife or something. Just let him stare at you. Or better yet, why don't you just smoke somewhere else?
Hey, come on, you know me, right? I'm not scared of anyone. I'm a pretty big guy myself. I should be able to handle myself. Anyway, I wasn't too offensive to him or anything. I just asked him if I could help him with something.
All right, so what happened next? Did you guys get into a fight or something?
Of course not. We didn't do anything like that. The guy started talking to me and said that I look like someone that is kind of lost in my life. I asked him what he meant by that.
Who is this guy? He sounds so creepy. I would have just run away straight away.
If you were there, you wouldn't be as freaked out. You're probably imagining him to be scarier than he actually was. I'm not going to say that he seemed friendly, but he did seem harmless to me anyway. After he did that, he stood up. He started walking towards me.
Oh my god, Ken, just run! What are you doing?
Like I said, don't worry. I'm a big guy. Nothing's going to happen. That's when he told me that he's an old seer that has come from some hidden part of Asia.
Is this guy, like, crazy? Don't tell me that you actually listened to him.
Well, I mean, I'm going to be honest. I did kind of laugh on the inside, like this is some total stranger telling me that he's a seer. But you know what? I thought, why not just play along with his little game? Okay, sure, he's a seer. So I asked him if he can tell me my fortune then. I give him a cigarette for it. He declined me and said that he feels such a strong impulse to tell me my fortune that he's not going to take money from me. I tried to press him a little further. He was a homeless guy after all. And you know how generous I am, right? I pulled out a stack of hundreds and he pushed it away without a second thought.
Oh my god. Who is this guy? This is like so weird.
It was at that point that he grabbed both of my wrists. He didn't grip it hard or anything, but I couldn't really pull away. There was something telling me that I should just let him do it. It was at that point he told me that an ultimate betrayal is going to befall me very soon and that I need to be on my guard. Someone new is going to come into my life, but at the expense of losing someone else.
This is just like so weird, right? That's just like the darkest news I've ever heard. I wonder if he just does that to everyone. I'd be really careful about him. I hope he didn't follow you home or anything.
Don't worry, he didn't do anything like that. After he told me my fortune, he exited the alleyway and took a left. Here's the weirdest part. I followed him out of the alleyway and he was nowhere to be seen.
Ken, that is just like some really freaky stuff. I'm getting goosebumps just hearing about it.
I know, right? I guess that kind of trumps all the other events of the day. But yeah, I wonder what he was on about. I wonder if it's even true, to be honest. He's probably just a nutcase, isn't he?
Yeah. You know what? Some of these people are homeless because they had some sort of drug addiction and it's affected them mentally. I wouldn't be surprised if a decent portion of them thought they were Jesus Christ himself reincarnated.
You probably have a point about that. But hey, let's play a little game. Let's assume that what he said was true. He was basically saying that I will lose someone, but someone new will come into my life. What do you think that means? Am I going to be losing you?
Oh my god. Babe! Don't be thinking about something so silly. You wouldn't lose me for the world. I don't want my handsome, successful boyfriend going away to some other woman. It's going to be someone else. Maybe one of your workmates? They're pretty important to you, right?
I mean, they're definitely an option. I won't deny that. I don't know. This is just really weird. Who's going to come into my life? Are you thinking about having kids anytime soon?
Babe, we had this discussion like weeks ago, didn't we? Until I'm sitting on a yacht cruising the world, there's no way I'm going to have a kid. You just keep raking in the big dollars at work, and I promise I'll give you an amazing, healthy child that you can give everything to.
Okay, so a kid's out of the way then, is it? I don't know. I wonder if this has something to do with you and me. Cindy, I haven't met your dad. Do you reckon it could be him?
Oh my god, can you just not bring up that piece of crap? I was in a really good mood. I don't want him to be crossing my mind right now.
What's going on? Why are you so prickly when it comes to your dad? I actually know nothing about this guy, and you have this amount of hatred towards him. You have to give me some sort of reason. I can't help but feel I gotta meet him at some point, too.
Yeah, right. I'm telling you right now, you would rather meet the devil than my dad. He's just so mean.
Okay. Well, in what ways is he mean?
Well, I mean, I don't know. Maybe he's not mean, but he just neglected me my whole life, you know? I mean, I did tell you that he walked out, right?
You didn't, actually. You haven't told me one thing about him.
Oh, really? Well, yeah, he did. He totally walked out of my life when I was a young little girl. I specifically remember the words that he said to me.
Okay. So what did he say?
Oh, yeah. So he said, what was it again? I've got no interest in little girls. I'm only interested in a woman. He was like a total sleazebag. He was out there chasing after all the young ladies.
Was he actually? Well, if you explain it to me that way, I guess it really does make sense that you don't have a lot of respect for him.
Of course I don't. I mean, he was out of the picture for most of my life. All the times I wanted a father and some sort of role model to look up to, he wasn't there. Especially when I was in high school.
Okay, so you guys don't keep in contact at all, I'm guessing. That's really a shame. You guys should really repair your relationship.
Oh my god! There's no way in hell I'm going to be doing that. There's a better chance that soccer and football fans are going to start liking each other than me and him just catching up and being close again.
Okay. Well, I guess I won't bring that up again. I'm really sorry that you feel that way. Well, hey, listen. The cab is almost home, so I hope you kept that pizza nice and warm for me. I've got some extra room in the stomach for it. I'm really excited to sit down and eat it with you. How about you break out some wine for us? It's been a while since we've taken it easy.
Oh, wow. Sorry. I didn't tell you, Ken, but I'm not going to be there with you tonight. I've got some plans.
Are you kidding me right now? What are you going to do at this time of night? It's almost 7 o'clock.
Yeah, I know. But you know how it is being a YouTube influencer and whatnot. I've got to make my videos, okay?
I understand that. But at this time of night, what video exactly are you making? Why is it always nighttime?
Look, it's just really complicated. I can't explain it to you. But yeah, if you want me to keep earning some money from the merchandise, then you're going to let me do my thing, right?
Well, I don't really have a choice, do I? Money is money at the end of the day.
Exactly. Yeah, so just let me do my thing and stop being so controlling. Trust me, keep the yacht in the back of your mind. That's what we're aiming for, baby.
All right, Cindy. I guess if that's what you've got to do, then I can't complain. I'll see you tomorrow, I guess. Hey, Cindy. How's your day going? Is that photo shoot going well? I know you're pretty tired at the moment. Probably super busy, too. But there's just something I need to confirm with you. I just got the weirdest bill in the mail for our credit card. Have you been using this thing lately?
Oh my god! Hey, babe! I always got time for you. Don't worry about annoying me. Yeah, I totally have that card as my go-to. I always use that thing when I do any shopping or buy any special items. Why? What's going on? Something weird about it?
Well, yeah. There are a lot of extremely expensive purchases here. Some of them are going to a hotel. Is this part of your job?
Oh, yeah, I'm sorry. I totally should have, explained that to you. You know how it goes sometimes. Sometimes I just want to lie down. I mean, you know what my job is, right? I'm an Instagram influencer. I'm, always on my feet. So sometimes I just want to have a snooze and relax for a bit. Surely you can grant me that much.
I mean, I understand if you want to pamper yourself. That's why I earn the money in the first place. At the same time, this is just a little bit bizarre. I mean, don't you think you've been going there a little bit too much? I know you want to live a lifestyle of luxury and relaxing, but I think you need to limit yourself a little bit more. We're going to get there at some point, but at the moment, we're not at the stage where we can do this type of thing frequently, if you know what I mean. Do you reckon you can cut it back for me?
Oh my god. Babe, I'm just so sorry. You know what? I should have asked you. This is all my fault. Are we going to be fine for money? Have I put us into a little bit of a pinch?
No, of course not. We're fine. I make sure to cover those bases. I always have emergency money.
See? This is why you're the best boyfriend. I love you so much. Anyways, I really have to finish off this shoot. Let me just scoot back there into the fray.
Wait, before you go. Cindy, that's not the only thing I need to ask you about. That's kind of on the minor side of things. There's a really large purchase here for a flight to Italy. Do you have any idea what this is about? Did you make some sort of wrong purchase or something? Or maybe this is a surprise for me. Did you want to go on a holiday?
Oh my god. I can't believe you're talking about that. This is just so embarrassing. I didn't want to talk about this yet, but yes, it's true. I'm going to Italy.
What do you mean you didn't want to talk about it? That's a pretty big deal. You're going to be leaving the country. That's kind of something I should know about, don't you think?
I know. But with all the things I have to do lately, it just slipped my mind. You know, I was going to tell you eventually.
Okay, well, why are you heading off to Italy? This is a pretty bizarre move. You never go overseas just out of the blue.
Well, look, what can I say? This is a bit of a tough one. Okay, I know it's not going to make sense in your mind, but being an Instagram influencer and whatnot, I really have to keep my profile pretty vibrant, you know?
Okay, so what do you mean by that? How are you going to keep it vibrant?
Well, I can't just be hanging out here in America all the time. It's dull. No one likes it. I mean, everyone's going to see the same thing. I need to give them a little bit of a different scene, a different taste of something. Come on, ask yourself, would you eat that Papa John pizza every night?
Well, it is one of my favorites, so I don't think I would mind, to be honest.
Okay, but I'm talking about every night. Every night for the rest of your life. Don't lie to me. You're gonna want to mix things up. And that's kind of what I'm doing. I'm going to go overseas, take some photos with the new scenery, and do a bit of vlogging as well. It's going to be a really good experience.
Okay, fair enough. But I noticed on the ticket that you made 2 purchases here. Are you bringing someone else with you?
Well, of course I am. I can't do all this stuff on my own. I'm bringing my best friend, Michelle. She's going to be my little photographer while I'm there. It's going to be great, trust me.
Okay. Well, if you think it's going to go that well, then I can't really stop you then. I hope you have a good time over there.
You're not mad about this, are you?
I am a little bit, to be honest. I am your partner at the end of the day. Don't you think I would have enjoyed a little trip to Italy with you?
Hey, come on, babe. One day we're going to be there together. We'll probably even be living there before we know it. But this isn't for pleasure. This is for work. You're not going to enjoy being my little photographer all day, are you? You're gonna want to go to the restaurants and see a couple of the sights. Talk to the people and stuff. That's what tourists do. That's what you want to do, right?
I don't see why we couldn't indulge in a little bit of that. It'd be good. It's just another memory that we can add to our long relationship with each other.
Oh my god, you are just so cute. I'm going to bring you back such a good souvenir.
Okay. Well, do you need me to pack for you or anything? I noticed that you bought this ticket for this week. I wonder when you were going to tell me about this.
Look, like I said, when everything calmed down, I was going to tell you straight away. Anyway, to answer your question, no, don't pack. I'll sort everything out myself. It's not that I don't trust you or anything, but there's a lot of things I want to bring. I need to have room for it. I gotta get back to my photo shoot now. So take care and don't worry about cooking dinner for me tonight. I won't be home.
Oh, okay. You're not going to be home today as well. Here comes another night of me watching Uncle Buck on my own again.
Hey, babe! How are things back at home? I'm sorry I haven't messaged you. Things have gone so hectic here in Italy. I've been nonstop taking photos or whatever. This has been a blast! Anyway, look, I tried to call you this morning, but I couldn't get through to you. What the hell is going on? I mean, I checked the time zones and everything, and I should have been able to get through to you. So, where have you been? We need to talk.
Sorry about that, Cindy. I've had my own little circumstance. What's been going on? What is it? What is this thing that you need to talk about?
Okay, well, I know you're going to be really mad about this, but I've got some really bad news.
Okay, so what happened?
Well, you know that I'm not really close to my family, right?
I do know that. You told me about your relationship with your father before.
Yeah. See, that's exactly what we need to talk about. Something terrible has happened.
What's going on?
Well, look, someone told me that he's passed away and whatnot.
What did you just say?
Yeah, I know. It's a really big shock, right? I'm not really sure what to do. I mean, I really do hate the guy, but at the end of the day, he's my dad, right? I'm not really sure if I could live with myself if I didn't at least attend his funeral.
This is some really big news, Cindy. I can't believe you're taking it like this. Are you even a little bit sad about this at all?
I mean, of course I am, but I still have a little bit of hatred towards that guy, right? I mean, he's done nothing for me. He's such a piece of crap. At the same time, blood is blood. So I'm really not sure what to do. I think after this little trip in Italy is over, I'm going to go to his funeral. A lot of my relatives are inviting me over there. I know I haven't seen you in ages, but do you reckon you can wait just a little bit longer for me? I promise I will come back home and I'll give you all the souvenirs that you want.
What a load of crap. What the hell do you think you're talking about right now?
Wait, what's going on? This doesn't sound like you, Ken. Why are you talking to me that way?
I don't see why he shouldn't be talking to you this way. You're clearly lying to him behind his back. Aren't you ashamed of yourself? How dare you say I passed away and you're going to see my funeral? Why don't you just admit the real reason why you're not going to come back home?
Huh? What do you mean, your funeral? Who is this?
Who do you think this is? This is your dad. You thought you could run away from me, didn't you, Cindy? Well, I've got you now.
Oh my god. Are you, for real right now? No way. Is that actually you, Dad?
Of course it is. You're trying to make out I died so that you can cheat on your boyfriend a little longer.
Yeah, right. As if I'm going to believe that. What are you doing right now, Ken? Is this some stupid joke? Look, I know that you're hurt about me not coming home earlier, but it is what it is. Don't try and play some stupid prank on me. I mean, I know I don't like my dad, but this is kind of insensitive to, pretend that you're him, you know?
This isn't some little act, Cindy. This is actually your father talking right now.
Well, go on then. Prove that you're actually my dad. Name one thing that my dad knows that my boyfriend Ken wouldn't know.
Okay. Well, when you were a little girl, you and I would ride our bikes down to the park every day, didn't we? This was when you were about 6 or 7 years old. You had a purple and pink bike. I had a mountain bike.
Anyone would know about that. I'm pretty sure Ken has seen the photos of me when I was a little girl. He already knows that I have a bike. Come on, you're gonna have to do better than that to convince me.
Oh, really? So that's not enough evidence for you, is it? Fair enough. When you were in high school, your first boyfriend was Derek Green, or at least the first boyfriend that I knew of. I found you trying to sneak him into your room when I wasn't home one day. I got home early from work and I knocked on your door to give you something. I could hear some rustling and some person jumping out the window. At that point, I circled around the house and saw a young man running away. I chased him down the street. Surely this is something that only you and I would know about. I'm not even sure if I told your mother about this.
Crap! You're right. That is something that only my dad would know. God, I can't believe you beat him up that day. He was only a kid, you know.
Yeah, well, he was probably one of the little brats that influenced my daughter in the wrong way. You've got a lot of sins to pay for, Cindy. Don't think we've forgotten what you've done.
Oh my god, you are just such a stalker. Can you leave me alone? Have you seriously been following me this whole time? How did you even find out about me?
Well, you'll have your best friend, Michelle, to thank for that one.
What do you mean? What does Michelle have to do with any of this? Well, I was the one that told Ken about your father. Wait, who is this now? Is that you, Michelle?
It sure is.
Okay, can someone just please tell me what's going on? Why is my dad and my best friend talking on my boyfriend's phone? This is just so weird.
We'll get to that soon enough. You have a lot to answer for, Cindy.
I can't believe you would lie to me. I've been your best friend and you've been keeping secrets from me this whole time, haven't you? I've got no idea what you're talking about. Why would I keep secrets from you?
Why, indeed. Pretty sure you can answer that for yourself.
Come on. You're just being so weird right now. Be real with me. We're girlfriends, right?
Okay. Well, this all started when your boyfriend Ken came to me with a question. Apparently, you were going on a trip to Italy to take some photos or something. It was meant to be for your Instagram. You bought 2 tickets and you told him that you were going there with me.
Oh, crap. So this is where this story is going, is it?
It sure is.
Why is my boyfriend even talking to you in the first place. That is just like so weird. Go find a different guy. Stop chasing after mine.
Hey, what's wrong with me being friends with the boyfriend of my best friend? What if your boy was up to something weird? You'd want me to tell you about it, right? It's a good thing that I'm friends with him, except the exact opposite is happening. My best friend is cheating on her boyfriend. I just can't believe this is happening. Why would you do this?
What did you say I'm doing? How dare you say I'm doing something like that? You know me. I would never do that.
I thought I did, to be honest. I'm not so sure about that now, though.
Oh my God. Are you seriously, doubting me right now?
Well, just answer the question. Cindy, who's there on that trip with you? Why did you buy 2 tickets? I can hardly think that was some little mistake.
Okay, fine. Maybe it wasn't you that came with me. It was a different friend. But that's all it is. It's just a friend. It's nothing serious or anything.
Is that really your answer? Cindy, come on. We probably know the truth at this point. You're looking really stupid right now if we do.
So you're thinking I'm here with some guy on a trip in Italy or something? That's just so funny. Am I seriously going to pay all this money to go on a date with some dude? Get real already. You know how much I care about my Instagram and its influence, right? I'm here for work. That's it.
I can hardly think that's the case. You haven't even put anything on Instagram. At least on your public account, anyway. I never knew you had a separate one, though.
Oh my God. What are you talking about? Did you actually find it? Crap! This is bad.
Well, after a little bit of digging, I did. So that's where you like to post all your boyfriends, is it? I have to say, you really should have been a bit more careful. Cindy, you didn't even put this account on private.
What are you talking about? I thought the thing was on private. You telling me that's been public this whole time?
Hey, don't ask me. I'm not the one that's been on that account 24/7. I've only just recently found out about it. So, do you want to fess up to who you're with right now? Give us his name.
I don't have to do anything. I don't need to tell you anything, even if you are my best friend. So, you can just suck it.
Oh, really? You know, this isn't the only reason that I'm talking to you right now. Do you remember my old boyfriend, Kevin? Do you remember what type of guy he was like?
Yeah. Kevin, right? Yeah, I remember that guy. He was like the dork that you were dating when we were in high school.
Yeah, him. Did you just call him a dork? I fondly remember you screaming about how much you were jealous of me for being able to date a guy like that back then.
Hey, come on. That's not true. Kevin was such a weirdo and everything. I mean, he was always so sulky and didn't want to talk to anyone. And he always wore that leather jacket and thought he was cool for it. I'm sorry, but that's your type of guy. You're free to go for it, but I'm not going to go after something like that.
Cindy, you can drop the act. I know you're there with him right now.
What did you just say?
Yeah, it's true. I mean, look, you know how I've been ever since we graduated from high school, right? I've always been trying to find a good guy for myself. I'm a pretty good person, but I haven't found anyone that's right for me, you know? There's always been a part of me that's really adored Kevin. It's a shame that we broke up at that time.
Hey, come on. That was so totally your fault. You're the one that didn't want to be with him. So you can just blame yourself for that.
I know. You're not wrong about that. I broke up with him because we were going to separate universities. I didn't want to do any long distance thing. Looking back on things, I definitely should have made a better decision. I mean, love is love, right? If you have something good, why would you get rid of it? I'm so stupid to do something like that. I tried to talk to Kevin over the years, but he's been really distant and he was changing as a person. That sweet guy that I was dating back then turned into someone totally different. I think he took the breakup with me really seriously. One day I made an approach to him. I said I kinda miss him and that I'm willing to move to his area if he would be with me again.
The only problem is that he told me that he was in my area and he wouldn't be dating me. He was dating someone else to get back at me. Oh my god. Wait, don't tell me. Is this leading to... It certainly is. He sent me a photo of the person he was dating and it was you. I left him on red and I haven't messaged him since. I did tell your boyfriend though. Oh my god. This is just like a nightmare. What's going on right now? I wasn't expecting to hear any of this today. Could this get any worse?
Well, who knows? Maybe it could.
Let me let you in on a secret. Your father, your boyfriend, and myself are coming there for a little trip. That's why Ken wasn't able to answer the phone call this morning. We've been on the plane. We're in Italy right now, and we've tracked down your hotel. We'll be staying in the room next to you. Oh, wait. What did you just say? That's right. We'll basically be bunking beds like we used to. Okay, fine. You guys are coming here. But why does my dad have to come here? How did he get involved in this stuff in the first place? Well, when Ken asked me about the trip to Italy, we began to get suspicious about you. He also got very curious about your dad and how he treated you. I've known your dad for a long time, and he wasn't anything like the person that you were describing to Ken. He's a really good person, so I thought it was weird that you've cut ties with him. I reached out to him to understand what's going on, and it seems that you've done something really horrible to him and your family. Oh my god. You guys actually know about it, don't you? We do. And when we get there in Italy, we'll be talking about it at length. Now, seeing as we're going to be staying in the room next to you, how about you and Kevin keep it down tonight? We just had a long flight and could really do with a good night's sleep. What the hell is going on? You actually are the worst boyfriend in the world. Do you realize that? I mean, how could you do something like that to me? Why were you so suspicious? I just cannot believe you would do that to me.
Well, Cindy, it looks like you were being dishonest in more ways than one. I mean, not only were you lying to me, but you were lying to your best friend. And you were also lying to your father. This whole time, I had an impression of your dad as if he were some evil villain who was treating you badly. He was actually a really good person. You lied to him about his money, right?
I have no idea what you're talking about. That guy is still a dirtbag, no matter what he's done.
How could you say that to him after he gave you all that money? You gave him that little sob story that you were in debt and that you were going to get evicted from your home, even though you had a boyfriend at the time. In fact, he wasn't the only person that you were borrowing money from. You borrowed it from your whole family. You owe all of them money and you just ran away from them. You cut yourself out of the picture and moved to my town. And all for what? Some surgery to make your bust a little bigger? They've been looking for you ever since, and they finally found you when Melissa decided to contact your dad.
You guys are just the worst. I mean, couldn't you just let me enjoy my little holiday in Italy? I would have had one little trip with that guy and then come back to our normal lives.
You've got to be joking me right now. Did you actually think that you could have a holiday with some guy and then come back to me normally? I want you to admit the reason why you were dating me, Cindy.
What do you mean? You already know. It's because I loved you. I've told you that for so long now, haven't I? Why are you starting to doubt me now?
I don't know. With everything that's been going on, it looks like you were only dating me for my money.
Come on. That is so not true. Don't look at me that way. I'm a good person. You know it. Hey, you know what? We were talking about that yacht and stuff, right? How about when I come back, you get me a Gucci bag? Everyone else has one. And I so totally have to, get my hands on it.
The only thing you'll be getting from me, Cindy, is a cold shoulder. You and I are done now. Laters. And with that, Cindy was ditched by me, her best friend, her father, and even the guy she went on a date with. He didn't have any idea that she was with someone. He was really creeped out the whole time, having her best friend, her actual boyfriend, and her dad there with her. We tailed them on every date that they went on. We made it very uncomfortable for her. He bought a ticket to leave Italy as soon as he could. Now that her father had finally tracked her down, he dragged her back home to their family. They've sold all of the possessions that I bought her over the years to pay them back for that plastic surgery. Unfortunately, it still doesn't pay back the full amount, so she has to work for them. Her uncle owns a construction site, which is in desperate need of workers. She's now working for him for free. She can kiss goodbye to that luxurious lifestyle that I was providing for her. Hello, dirt and misery. As for me, I feel cheated that the person I've been dating this whole time was this dishonest to me. I thought she and I had the same dream. I was willing to let her use my money in whatever way she wanted. I'm really glad I got her out of the picture, though. Thankfully, I'm really good friends with her friend, Michelle. She's kind of like a soulmate to me. I don't see myself having some sort of relationship with her, but I definitely want to meet the people that are in her circle. From what Michelle tells me, none of her friends are like Cindy. She actually has some genuine people in there. I'm looking forward to meeting and talking with everyone. I'm telling you now, all this money feels pretty meaningless just on my own.
Thanks for watching all the way to the end. If you enjoyed it, please remember to click the like button. See you in the next video.